Welcome to the recap of Hard Knocks Detroit Lions with Rain City Roar. I'm Butler.
I'm Neil.
And I'm Detroit Rick. What's up, bitches?
What is up?
How we all been a while, boys. Been a while.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the show, don't watch this. Serious? No, if you haven't watched the first episode of Hard Knocks, don't watch this. There's gonna be
spoiler. I thought you were talking about don't watch Rick. I saw your finger pointer. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. We shouldn't watch Rick.
This.
All right.
Boy, we ain't been on this a long time. You guys are still dumb as a box of rocks.
We're getting there.
Coming from you, Ricky. That's amazing.
Good.
Let's talk about the first thing here. It's going to be the theme, obviously, all season, grit. Ricky, did you get all pumped up?
Oh yeah, and you know what? And the fans need to be excited. This is not that same old Lion stuff people say all the time. This is a whole new, different experience now. These boys are pumped up. They're emotional. They're into this. There's gonna be some good stuff here, and grit is gonna be an awesome theme for this year.
I'm glad we don't have anybody commenting live because we would definitely have SOL people out there. So, what do you think, Neil?
Part of me wishes that we would have been able to see the kind of behind the scenes stuff with the former regimes and see how they handled it. But this is cool. I'm sure there's some things that we'll touch on during Coach Campbell's introductory speech there to the team, but some interesting points. But I think that that's definitely a way to get the team riled up and ready to rock and roll.
So just so you guys know, we used to be in Seattle. All of us lived there. That's how we met. We actually met at a local bar. Rick there is in his bar, and that's where we used to do the podcast from. It was podcast originally, and we went to DSN, Detroit Sports Nation, for a couple of years. And then I moved away. Rick's now moving away, and Neil's the only one left. But as far as I know, we're keeping the name Rain City Roar. So we're
too late.
Yeah, and actually currently Rick is in Michigan, so that's why he's a little rough this week. He looks like kind of like an ET, like one of those grays, part of the UFO conspiracy. Yeah, Neil.
Rick.
You both look shitty to me.
Rick's in Michigan. I'm in Michigan.
Neil's in Michigan. And so next week we'll all be high death, Ricky Bobby over there. First thing we want to talk about, Dan Campbell's speeches. I think they're awesome.
I think
do they make sense?
Not all the time.
Okay.
Not all the time. The one at Ford Field the other day, that was an interesting one with the line about the hyenas. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Today, where he was talking about getting ready to go fight a guy with one ass cheek and 3 toes, I would rather have him ready to fight a person with 3 ass cheeks and 6 toes. But I mean,
was it ass cheeks or was it a butt cheek?
I think he said ass cheeks.
Okay, that can be confirmed.
Butt cheek, ass cheeks.
Butt cheek, ass cheek.
Really see butt cheek scroll across the screen.
But you can feel his emotion in every one of his speeches. You can feel his emotions. It's coming through. And the players, I'm telling you, that's going to make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wonder what he's talking about sometimes.
Did you guys see the Cabinda stare during the speech?
Oh yeah.
It didn't zoom in on his face like it did during the previews, but he was definitely there, and he was very.
We actually have that Cabinda stare. If we want to try it, hey, we're new at this, guys. So if this doesn't work out, let's see what happens. But here we go. We got the Cabinda stare. If you guys are ready. Sums it up. So one thing you said at the beginning is that the way he talks, I think somebody said, maybe it was in the pre-show, we were talking about how he talks to the press. The one thing that I noticed and I'm sure you guys saw this too, when the guy's phone rang and he immediately kind of gave him a hard time, like he was going to get all like on him, and then he was just busting his balls. Now that kind of reminded me of one of the reasons we took a couple years off from the Lions, which was Fatty Matty Patty never would have let that happen. Matt Patricia would have lost it.
I think there actually might have been a time where he did.
Really?
I think it was with Michael Rothstein. I think it was with who kind of got after several times.
You're talking about Matt Patricia, the guy that yelled at the guy for slouching in the chair and berated him.
That was.
Oh, okay.
That's who that was. Sorry, it wasn't the phone. It wasn't a phone. It was that.
Okay.
But that writer for ESPN.
Right.
Yeah, he was not a very friendly coach towards the media at all.
No, and it goes back to what Rick's talking about. You know, the deal is, Rick, is that
it was his posture. Yes, sorry, you just gotta.
It was his posture. The deal about that, Rick, is that you talked about it. He gets people pumped up, and even the press staff seemed like they were sitting up their posture a little bit on that.
Yes.
All right, Rick.
All right. Okay. Well, hey, thanks for that.
It takes a little bit away from the Hard Knocks, but I can't remember the news report. One of the anchors, one of the sports reporters, who did not like Campbell at all last year, had a hard time with them, and he's on his bandwagon. He's drinking the Kool-Aid. He retracted everything he said about Dan Campbell last year. So I think he's gonna make some impact. Oh, Billie
I think
Jean.
he's just a genuine guy, and people don't know how to handle that.
He's passionate. I mean, you can tell he's passionate. He cares. He's emotional. I mean, that's good shit. And players can feel that.
I mean, you have the whole. They touched on it during the episode of Hard Knocks tonight, where only 32 people at a time get to be a head coach of a professional football team, and they all have this historically professional demeanor about them. The way that they talk to the way they talk to the media, the way they talk to the team and the players. It turns out the ones that kick their players don't last too long, but this one is a little bit more raw, right? He's very genuine. He's very just a dude that you would meet at the bar and have a couple beers with. And I think I can see how certain people would have difficulty, getting used to talking to a person like that and in his seat. So.
Yeah, and that's what they talked about. The energy trickles down to the other coaches, which we'll get into later in the podcast.
The ticker showing Hutchinson's performance, something like that, something small to get him up to sing. That's team building. That's camaraderie. That's bringing people together. That was a pretty freaking good idea what he did there, and I don't know if that's been done before, but I kind of dig that.
Right.
I think that was definitely a thing that they put on for the rookies there to kind of get up there and earn these stripes a little bit.
I want to say they've done that in the past. It might not have been singing, but it was something else. But speaking of, I think we can all agree that was pretty cool performance. And I had noted, which has been noted to me, that the coolest thing he said was, "I have a $23 million signing bonus." Before he did the sign.
There was also the ice bath humble brag where I only had 13 offers.
Yeah, I had 13. I knew I was going to Michigan. I only had 13. And then he goes, "Well, why'd you go to Memphis?" I'm like, "Damn, dude."
Yeah, he was busting his balls.
I want to watch that again tomorrow because he's like, "I only had 13 offers." The other guy kind of looks at him like, "All right, cool, good for you."
So also that about that Billie Jean thing, didn't the NFL have to pay a couple million? In fact, they might have paid almost, I don't know, remember if it's $2 million or $20 million to be able to use that song in Hard Knocks. Did you guys see that? Yeah, they had to, the NFL had to pay to use that on Hard Knocks. So lucky they're not taking that out of his signing bonus. One thing on this podcast that you guys might not know, being new to the podcast, is that Rick likes the word penis. And the over-under for Rick saying the word or some sort of word in this podcast is 4.5. Now, Rick,
I'm taking the over big time on this one.
You cannot use that to your advantage. I just wanted everybody to be aware of that.
Oh, wow.
I think in future episodes he shouldn't even be aware of what it is.
No, it's not. That'll be a private thing. He won't be allowed. He doesn't know how to use the computer anyway, so it's fine.
Fair.
I'm on it, man.
You're what?
I'm here.
You are here, Rick. Nice
Kiss
job.
my ass, Butler.
Let's talk about the Guardian cap a little bit. That was the next part of the episode we wanted to talk
that's
about.
a goofy looking helmet, but it protects them, and it can make their necks nice and strong time game day.
Neil had mentioned, I think 0.08 ounces is what they said that it weighed, and then the guy talked about how heavy it was. And I think when he asked him, "What do you think about it?" he wasn't looking for, was it an impediment, but did it not rattle your brain when you hit somebody? So
yeah, I'm gonna kind of question his definition, and I'm quoting his definition of heavy as fuck, and he said this thing is at least 0.8 ounces.
Right. What heavy as fuck is that guy? But geez.
Dan Campbell says fuck a lot.
He's also.
I thought I was bad.
He's a big man.
Yeah, I was saying, trying to see what he looked like when he was playing versus what he looks like now. And I was like, it might just be the hair was really long, but he's pretty ripped.
Dude, he's ripped. And he got down to doing those push-ups. I thought, holy shit. And he gets up, and I thought, man, that dude's built. You know, when you're an NFL coach, you should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And for him to be able to do the up-downs with those guys, I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah,
I did see a thing
I
recently.
couldn't do 3 of those.
I did see a thing recently on
and I'm going to get a nice cigar tonight because we're on Hard Knocks.
Right on.
So I work for a school district here in Federal Way, And one of our big administrators, he's from Michigan. He's a huge Lions fan, and he's upper level. And we're in a big meeting day, and he come running over. Hard knocks tonight, Rick. Slapped me high five, and he ran back up to the big wig table. I thought, oh man, that's cool.
What were you saying?
Talking about the coaches thing real quick, how coaches are supposed to look. There was a Twitter poll, I think it was, I saw not too long ago, or an article that was talking about which head coach and starting quarterback combo would win in a street fight. And the Lions took number 2 behind Vrabel and Tannehill. And I think that's mostly on Goff's shoulders.
Tannehill. Yeah, I was going to say Tannehill. I mean, Brunell. I mean, let's talk about the coaches now. I mean, that's a good point. Before we get to the offense defense, let's just talk about how stacked we are as far as coaches.
We got some coaches.
I mean, Deuce Staley, Aaron Glenn, Antoine Randall L., Mark Brunell, who from the Rain City Roar days was a Husky. I mean, not that that's any sort of advantage for the Lions, but, their coaching staff are some big names, and they are obviously bought into the program.
And the experience we have coming in, we have a lot of years of experience, and they're all former players. That is badass. So when did we get Randall L.? Is he new this year? Or did we have him before?
No, he was there last year.
I must have been sleeping on that 3 and 13 in one season.
He was there last year. I think the only one out of the original regime out of this whole thing that's not there anymore is Anthony Lynn. Remember they pulled play calling duties from him kind of halfway through the season, and then he never got it back, and they let him part ways after I think they actually let him go. It was right after the season or right at the end of the season. But yeah, Randall L. was one of the original members of this coaching staff. Pretty much the majority of them were. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean that's really Neil's department. I can't keep up with it. And I was confused earlier on JPP because they were talking about the fireworks, and I was like, wait, is Jason Pierre playing for us now? And no, it was totally something different. But anyways, I guess the big thing is Staley versus Glenn was a big highlight. And as much as that was, coaching and just kind of getting the guys bought into the program, it was kind of fun to watch.
What are you taking notes? What are you writing? What are you taking notes?
So, touching on that real quick, when they started off with the running back drills, I didn't walk away with warm fuzzies seeing the effort, the tackling effort going in there. I won't say it was the effort, but it was the result of the effort. There was a big lack of results from the defense in those drills. Then he started kind of picking it up a little bit, but it was a little worrisome. I don't know how to think about it. I don't know if is the offense just that far ahead?
I hope so. I mean, not that much far ahead for the defense, but I hope the offense is that good.
Okay. Yeah, because I just don't know how to think about it. Because obviously we didn't get to see too many other things. There was a very limited amount of kind of passing stuff that they showed in there, but we saw a lot of the one-on-one drills, and it seemed to primarily go towards the offense on those. So that'll be something to kind of watch as time goes on. Which I'll be keeping a close eye on it on Friday because I'll be going to the preseason game. I'm going with the large.
Oh, you're going with right on, nice. I was wondering what you're talking about. I looked up this, so he must be going to the game at the stadium. So
yeah, they're playing the Falcons.
Yep.
So I'll be going down there for that. Kind of meeting up.
How long are you in Michigan for?
Heading home this weekend.
Damn, you had a big old penis, dude.
So whoever's got the unders ahead so far because we're almost done. So, like I said, once the season starts, we're actually going to be going live. This is pre-recorded, but we are going to be going live every week. One of the big things we used to do was fan interaction. So I think that's going to be really big. If you guys are interested in joining that, check us out. Do all the stuff you do on the internet. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You know how to do it. So you know what you like and what you need to do to make us successful in Detroit Sports Nation, which, again, already obviously successful. So we're just happy to be back. And we're going to go into picks for the season. And the reason I wanted to kind of do this is to see how it evolves over the next couple weeks of Hard Knocks, because Rick's going to get ever more optimistic because Rick gets pumped, and we love it. We love it.
I'm going way out there. Will you do that now?
We're gonna go through. Actually, tonight we're gonna go through game by game. But going forward, since you guys have absolutely no pre-production skills, Rick downloaded HBO Max about an hour before it started. Neil forgot it was tonight. I'm going to give you guys some homework to have your picks ready to go. All right? Is that much to ask?
My picks are ready. I've been ready. Okay. I'm ready to go down the list.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about knowing as tonight's the night for the podcast. So All right.
I'm moving.
We're going week by week?
We're going to go week by week. I'm gonna pop them off, and then I want you guys to write down your totals at the end. So first, we are going, and we're not going to obviously do preseason. We're playing the Philadelphia. Now, here's the thing about the season is the first 2 games are at Ford Field. So we're home the first 2 games. And the first 2 games are not teams that are super dominant. So I don't know how we're going to agree on this and if we want to be optimistic or not, but I'm going, obviously, the Lions are going to win the first week against the Eagles.
So before we get too deep into this, our schedule is pretty favorable.
It's
pretty favorable.
It is. I want to make sure that the cameras are all doing the right thing right now. Everybody raise your right hand. No, never mind. Didn't work. I was going to say we could do like a vote by left and right hand, but they're mixed up.
No, I unmirrored mine. So.
Huh?
I went in mine and moved it the right way because mine was backwards before.
Okay.
I learned that. How about that?
So Neil's actually the only one that isn't mirrored. So that's
will
awesome.
step my game up for next time. I apologize.
I went in the settings. I got my camera to flip around. So I don't hear
Rick, we are super proud of you.
Aren't you?
I'm not going to lie. I was pretty not sure this wasn't going to work.
All right, week by week, team by team.
For the love. Thanks for the love, Butler.
You've impressed me. All right, first week, Philadelphia Eagles. I'm taking Lions at home. I think it's a 1-0 start to the season.
Lions.
Me too. Lions.
Now, I'm talking about being unprepared, and I don't have anything ready to go to write everything
Look
down.
what I got. I even sent you that.
Holy.
Got a pen, too. How about
Rick,
that?
you never cease to amaze me.
I'm from Taylor, Tucky, but I can write W and L.
That's amazing. Wow. You're good, man. I'm not going to lie, Rick.
He has to turn the paper upside down and make an M for the W.
There's just no love.
All right, second week, we're playing the Washington Commanders, coming off a season of whatever the hell's going on up in Washington. If you're a Washington fan, I guess you could be considered the same league as the Lions fan at this point. I mean, last time I liked the Washington Redskins when John Riggins was playing. So I'm sorry, not the Washington Redskins, the Washington Commanders. So I'm taking the Lions in season 2.
I'm taking the Lions myself.
Week 2. Sorry. Okay. We're all 2-2 here. This is amazing. All right. So week 3, we go to beautiful Twin Cities, Minnesota. And we're going to go in there and I don't know. Is Kirk Cousins still the quarterback for the Vikings?
He is. Real quick, did you hear about the thing that came out in the past couple of days with him going up and screaming, "You like that?" Was it Zimmer?
Oh, I've seen that. That was a while ago. Yes, I remember that. Kirk Cousins is. I had a good analogy for Kirk Cousins. If you want to know what Kirk Cousins is, go look at his picture of him barbecuing steaks. Just look up Kirk Cousins barbecuing steaks, and that will explain to you what Kirk Cousins is. He's the most basic, boring. Those are really the most words that can describe him: basic and boring.
Was there no seasoning on the steaks, or why?
They looked like rocks on a grill. It was like he's like, check out my steaks, and it was rocks on a grill. And I tried to verify it to make sure it was him. And from everything I can see, it was him. If it's not him, it's the perfect analogy for Kirk Cousins. He's boring. He throws once in a while. He'll throw a great pass, but for the most part, he's terrible. So I'm going to go. The Lions win that one too.
In Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
So I think that I'm going to say that we don't win that one in Minnesota.
Okay. How about you, Ricky Bobby?
I got Minnesota winning that game. That's our first loss.
Okay. All right. Who'd have thunk I would be the most optimistic one with Dan?
It's not about optimism. It's just being realistic. You got Jefferson. You got Dalvin Cook up there. Their defense is always a manageable defense. I mean, that's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be, I think, the Lions' first kind of challenge. I would say that's probably an evenly matched roster.
Okay.
And their strengths.
I agree. Our team's still gonna be challenged. We have some young talent. We've still got a pretty young coach. I think this is our first challenge. I think it'll be a tight game, but I think we'll lose this one.
Okay. Week 4 against the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, we're kicking their ass. We're kicking their ass. All the way
aren't
back.
we supposed to be from Seattle?
I don't give a shit.
If you guys don't know, we are not Seattle Seahawks fans. Seattle Seahawks, Suckhawks, whatever we call him.
Hey, Butler,
All right.
I know that you really like the Staley versus Glenn conversation, but we'll get back to that because I want you guys to pick which side of that battle that you're going to be on through the Hard Knocks series.
Oh, that's right. We forgot about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we forgot to wrap that up.
I like an underdog. I'm picking Glenn.
Okay, you want to pick which side that you're on right now, Rick, so Butler can take this thing off now.
I'm leaving it up the whole time now. It's not going down. You're not the producer here.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Staley versus Glenn. Neil doesn't like that. I still have it up on the bottom of the screen.
What's that got to
I'm
do with
still
me
learning
being
this
the
program,
producer?
Neil, and now it's staying up the whole time. Rick, are you on Staley or Glenn?
Staley and Glenn. Staley versus Glenn. Oh, I'm on Staley. Staley.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Staley.
I like Glenn.
Okay, all right. 2 for Glenn, 1 for Staley.
Glenn's the dude.
Hey, everybody, this is the first show. There's going to be problems, okay?
Glenn's the dude that I would want to have at my house.
Amount of program problems. Okay, Glenn's the person you want at your house.
I would want to have him come to my house, and I would hang out with Deuce Staley, but I feel like he would just be really loud and probably get on my nerves as quickly as Rick does. So
that's true. All right, week 5, we're playing the Patriots. Who is even the quarterback over there? What's going on up there?
Mac Jones.
Oh, okay. How's that going for him?
Yeah, he goes.
Okay. I'm going to take this as the first loss just because it's the Patriots, and I've been too optimistic with Goof as the quarterback.
No, I think the Lions take that one.
All right, Neil, Ricky, Bobby.
I got the Lions winning.
Okay, all right.
So right now we've got the Lions at 3-1.
4-1.
No, 4-1. 4-1.
Yep.
Is that 4 toes and 1 butt cheek?
I thought this would get more optimistic as the season goes along, but I think we're going to have to temper our expectations.
So I'm trying to match. I thought this year would be 10-7, but I really can't see us losing 7 games. Man, looking at the schedule.
Did we skip a game?
No, we said Philly, we said Washington, we said Minnesota,
Seattle, New England. Yeah, okay, so we're right. So I guarantee they're winning, or they're not going to lose week 6. I guarantee they're not going to lose.
We won't lose that one. Now you sound like the last year's. Stop it.
I know. That's a bye week, so they're not going to lose week 6. Okay, week 7 against the Cowboys. Ugh.
I think we lose that one. I think we
lose that one just because the Cowboys have terrible. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Cowboys and Lions games ever.
They did ship off,
and it's in Dallas.
Amari Cooper's gone, but Lamb is there and he's playing well.
Yeah, I got Dallas winning that game.
Okay.
Still got most of the offensive line.
And then we are back at Ford Field against the Dolphins. I'm taking the Lions there. I can't.
Yeah.
Back at Ford Field, especially if they've got some momentum and rhythm going. I think that's Yeah. But I mean, Tyreek Hill's Tyreek Hill. So
yeah.
I mean, he's gonna Tyreek Hill. That's a Dan Campbell speech for you, just so you know.
Is the hyena's gonna get him?
No, I mean, I think if you go out there and you just put 3 dudes on them and don't let them get off the line, then you got a chance.
Okay. All right, so we're sticking with the Finns on Finns losing on that one. Then we go for the first game of the year at home again against the Packers.
We'll probably lose that one.
I'm going to say lose that because we win one and we always win late in the season. And
the Packers already had the playoff spot locked up.
Rick, what do you think?
I got the Packers winning that game.
Okay. So did you guys see was it on Barstool Sports this week where they were talking about him not getting vaccinated? And
nice.
That's still a topic.
Okay, no, but it was funny because the guys, they kind of started busting his balls. And did you hear what they said to him? They jumped right into it, which I think is awesome. He's jumping on it. So, hey, Raj, suck it. This is funny because they said, how many people did you think you killed by not getting vaccinated?
Oh shit.
And then the other guy says, okay, let's just narrow it down to grandmothers.
Oh damn.
I mean, come on, that's funny. You don't think that's funny? I'm a little out of my depths here. Apparently, I thought this was Rain City Roar. I didn't know.
No, I mean, I thought the big topic of like moms and grandmas was the young man named Wilson on the New York Jets.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. All right, let's
Continue
move on.
on, bitches.
We're at the next schedule. Chicago Bears at Soldier Field.
We're gonna beat them.
I'll just say for this one and the next one, Lions.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to go to that game.
Bears aren't beating the Lions this year. I don't think.
I'm saying Bears
feel
because
it.
that's the type of game we lose. So
Nah, we got that. We got it. And then we're going to New York. I got New York, and we hope to go to that game.
Which New York?
The New York Giants game.
you already said this one and next one, Neil, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, I said this for Chicago because it was.
Both Chicago's. Oh, gotcha.
Both Chicago's here and there. Giants. If they got Barkley healthy, I feel like that's just a game where he's going to run for an NFL record, and we're going to be drinking a lot that day.
So, what are you picking?
I'm going to say Giants in that one. I know it doesn't make really much logical sense.
I got to change that up. Hold on. Because I thought you said 2 in a row for that. So, 8. Where am I missing one? Okay, there
I've got the Lions on that one.
All right. Yeah, I got you, Ricky. Buffalo Bills.
I got the Bills.
Oh.
They still got that quarterback, the same quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Allen. They sure do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give that one to the Bills. I don't know.
The only thing I can really hope for is that there's like some star power drama leading up to that because they got Odell and they got Diggs.
All right.
See one of them getting a little bit of an attitude for not getting the ball.
So what's your prediction, Neil? I missed that.
Oh, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
They're going to win, yeah. Whether they have one or both of them on the field, I think the Buffalo's going to win that game.
But stranger things have happened.
All right.
Or wait, actually, did the Odell – I don't think that the Odell thing was actually completely confirmed.
We'll have to
I think that it was a rumor.
We'll have to go to the internets with that, but it's looking like he was not confirmed. So next, week 13 at Ford Field against the Jaguars.
Lions.
Ricky Bobby.
I got Lions.
I'm going to take the Jaguars on that one.
Why? Please.
It's late in the year. Again, it was a perfect example last year against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. We win games we're not supposed to win. And we lose games we're not supposed to lose. So I'm just playing the odds. And again, I hope it's different. I hope it's not same old Lions like they say.
We have a different team, brother. Stop
We
this.
We do. But I was optimistic early in the season. I think we got a good chance late in the season. I can't call that one. Okay, week 14, we're back at Minnesota, but we're home this time.
We're going to win this one. We're going to win that one.
I'm taking that one at home. So.
Yeah.
Neil?
Yep.
Okay.
And the New York City Jets. I'm telling you what, our schedule looks pretty good.
I don't know. I feel like we need to go ready for that game, and we need to practice really hard, do some hitting, and wear the what do they call them, the dome shields.
Yes, Guardian caps.
The Guardian caps. Wear the
Stay Puff hats.
Wear the Guardian caps and bring a school bus full of MILFs, and just let them.
If a tree falls in the forest, and we're there to hear it, did it really fall, or did the other team not hear the tree fall in the forest? Let's go play, boys. All right. Where are we at here?
You quit trying to be Dan Campbell.
I'm not. Look. Don't get it twisted. I love Dan Campbell. I just think he's hilarious with the stuff he says.
Oh yeah, he is.
If we ever get him on the podcast, we're busting his balls the whole time.
He's pretty ripped. Right. He'll kick you in the balls.
I'm not afraid of him. I'm in Oregon. All right. So week 15, we're playing the Jets at MetLife Stadium.
We're gonna win.
Again, I gotta take the Lions on that.
Yeah,
Bobby says we're winning. Okay. And Neil says we're winning. We're on track here. I'm actually keeping good score. All right, week 16 is the Carolina Panthers. Is Cam back? Is he still back there?
No.
They get rid of him.
No, they got Darnold and Baker Mayfield.
Oh, Baker. That's right. I forgot about
two that have led the league in interceptions the past couple of years.
When we get into our routine for the regular Vein City Roar, we got to talk about that whole thing with Cleveland and That was just crazy, man.
That was Baker being Baker. It's the same old.
Let me ask you a question. Would you have rather had Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff?
I do like Baker Mayfield. So.
You guys know my opinion on Goff. I'm as positive as I can be. I'm a Lions fan till I die. But Goof is the worst mistake we've ever made. We'll talk about that.
But if he plays like he did at the end of the season, and
I don't care how he plays.
And I'm
going to go on record right now. The Butler arm.
And we have St. Brown.
I can throw better spirals than Goff. Any day of the week. I don't know if they're going to be as accurate or if they're going to be as long, but they aren't going to wobble when they leave my hands. All right?
We'll talk about that later. Let's move on.
Chicago Bears, Week 17 at Ford Field. Now,
Carolina. We didn't pick Carolina. Who's got Carolina?
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't pick Carolina. Look at Rick producing the podcast. Nice job, Rick. Carolina. I'm taking Carolina.
Yeah, I have Carolina also.
It's late in the season. Christian McCaffrey will be hurt. Lions. Oh.
Lions? All right.
Yeah.
No,
Lions.
you already picked it.
Lions.
It's too late. Chicago Bears, Week 17. Chicago.
We win this one. We win this one at home.
I'm back on the game now.
Who's
the committed to Fields?
What's the quarterback these days?
Well, Justin Fields had it. Are they committed to him?
Is Fields the quarterback now?
Seems like they are.
Because it was him and
Trubisky.
Oh, good. No, the fellow that won the Super Bowl for Philadelphia. What's his name?
Wentz?
No, the other guy.
Oh, what's his name? Other guy. Foles, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's the thing they always talk about. Franchise QBs with these guys. Who was the franchise QB? Trubisky? I mean, come on. Was that the guy they drafted second to draft up to get a couple years ago? I mean, come on. There's no franchise.
They jumped
Last franchise QB in Chicago was Jim McMahon. So
the next team, here we go. We're going to be.
Jay Cutler could have been classified as a franchise QB.
I love Cutler. I did like Cutler. All right, fair enough. You win that argument, Neil. So we're taking the last game of the season, as always, is against the Packers. We're at Lambeau Field, which we were at last year, by the way. Can I back up a real second? I have one regret in my life. And I've done a lot of stupid stuff. But we were at the game. We had good seats. We were down the front row. And Jamaal Williams was out playing catch. And we were the only three Lions in the front row. And he threw it to me. I had it up. I had everything. And I literally choked. And it just went right through my hands. And my whole life, they called me Hands Butler.
I'm sitting right next to Butler.
Hands Butler.
I'm sitting right next to Butler.
You might call you Hands Butler? Because all you that's why.
It was the most picture-perfect thing you've ever seen. We were literally front row, corner end zone. If you watch the first touchdown of that game, got that one touchdown pass, we're in the background, arms up. But, yeah, Jamaal Williams was out there. He's throwing the ball. And I've got a pizza in this hand, a piece of pizza in this hand. And I just watched this just beautiful ball just come float right at Butler. And he's got the Diamond Dallas Page diamond up like this, and it just – I don't know how you missed it, Butler. I felt bad for you. I almost dropped my pizza.
The whole life they call me Hands Butler.
Now they call you Butler Fingers.
We know why. Butler Fingers. What's so cool about that whole thing is that they were playing catch with the fans. That was pretty – I've never seen – we've been to a lot of football games, and I've never seen where the receivers –
He's known for doing that before the game, which was really
– that was pretty cool, man, playing catch with all the fans.
I got to tell you, I liked him. I liked him when he was running back for Green Bay, just from his press conferences and stuff. But hearing his speech, that speech today on the episode, that was like, man, this really hurts him. Think of that record. Whenever you think this is hard, think of that record.
3 wins.
That was a note that I had is that he might have been a leader last year. He's always been a leader, but he's definitely a leader this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's the weirdest thing to say about your number 2 running back being like an emotional leader of the team. Right? You think that would be like more a guy that's more of the face, but I mean, he's just so likable. He's so good with the media, and he's an exciting player to watch. He never runs out of steam. The guy's just always bouncing off walls, working hard. Hearing him out there, just kind of really pouring his heart out there. I really focused on watching because I saw like the kind of the preview clip of that clip earlier on this week, but watching it again tonight. I was focusing on the guys in the background, and at first they were all kind of like, okay, he's putting on a show. But then when his voice started cracking and he really started getting into it, the other guys, they went from like concerned to like angry to ready to go. If you have everybody buying in like that, it goes right back to the original trickle-down comment through the coaching staff with the energy that Coach Campbell brings, and then down through the coaches, and then into the players with the leaders on both sides of the ball there. This isn't just a job. It doesn't feel like it's just a job. And I think that if there are any guys on that team that do feel like this is just a job and this isn't a culture and this isn't a mindset that they need to be in and have every minute of every day, I don't think those are guys that are going to be on the team. They're not going
to make the team in that culture.
Yeah.
So, as much as Fatty Matty Patty always talked about the culture of the Lions. Sorry, I can't call him Matt Patricia. I'm sorry. The much as he talked about the culture of the Lions, the problem with him is that he tried to force a culture instead of working around the culture that was there that they could build on. And that's what Dan Campbell does. He works around the culture of Detroit. He wasn't working around the culture of New England and those other guys. So that's where I think they failed, and that's where
I feel like you're full of shit a little bit. Do you think that he would have a different coaching style for a different team?
Who, Dan Campbell?
Yeah. You said that you feel like he's trying to embrace the culture of Detroit.
No.
You don't think so. I think that's just who he is and how he is.
He's Detroit. Yes. Matt Patricia wasn't in Detroit and went to New England and then is coming back trying to enforce the culture of Bill Belichick. Dan he played in Detroit. He wasn't from Detroit. Right. He played in Detroit. He knows the culture of it, and that's what he's trying to cultivate. That's what I'm saying.
He understands the blue collar workers. He understands the hardworking Americans that are there, and he understands what Detroit's built on. So Detroit's a different city. I mean, you don't go to Tampa Bay and try to talk that Detroit shit down there.
What are you arguing here, Neil? I'm confused.
I'm arguing that your culture, that he's bringing the culture of the city of Detroit. I think that's kind of a crock of shit to phrase it that way, because I don't think that he would act any differently, approach the system any differently, try to implement whatever he's trying to do any differently if he went to another team.
Well, we got to agree to disagree on that, because he talks about Detroit. He talks about the work ethic. He talks about the hard work.
Because he's getting paid a ton of money by him. Of course, he's going to talk about him. I'm going to talk great about. I
wish I could put. I didn't get this one ready, but I have a tag next time that says "Breaking News." Neil is against Dan Campbell and hates Dan Campbell.
I'm not against Dan Campbell. I just think that saying that he's trying to promote the culture of Detroit, I don't agree with it.
Okay. When we have him on here later in this season, we can ask him, Neil.
I mean, okay, so why are the Lions the only professional team in the city of Detroit that are trying to embrace the culture of Detroit, the blue-collar worker? Why aren't the Tigers trying to do it?
Because they're not playing smash mouth football; they're playing baseball.
Are they not trying to do it? I mean, I don't know. It seems like
look at their record. I don't think that they're trying to do it.
If you're looking at records, then we can go back on the Lions and say they're not doing it either. But
okay, you bitches are totally off route here. Green Bay Lions. Who's going to win that game?
Hey, this is what the fans pay for, Rick.
Shut the fuck up.
Me and Neil arguing.
Nobody's paying for
Go play with some hyenas and go in the bathroom and stroke yourself.
That's 3.
No, that's 4. We're right there. Yeah, that's 4. I have another one. Okay, so we're going to pick the last game.
We're not getting swept. We're not getting swept. We're winning that last game in Green Bay. We're not getting swept.
So I'm saying Lions win in Green Bay last week because the Packers will have already locked up the division and possibly the conference.
This is going to be for the division. This is going to be for the division title. This game.
No, it won't.
You think so?
No, not as long as Aaron Rodgers is there. But I don't think that he will play for.
He looks like Nicolas Cage now. He's gonna fuck up.
I think that the Lions will have something to play for. I think it'll be a playoff spot that week, and I just don't think that the Packers will really have any reason to trot the star power out on the field and risk them when they've already got a playoff spot locked up.
All right, so I was going really good here until that last one, so I'm going to have to go one more on the other one for Neil. What I'm showing is that Neil's saying – let me confirm this before I say something stupid.
Did I say 13-4? Did I do that?
No, we haven't said the totals yet. I'm trying to total them up in my head, and it's not working for me.
I think I might have accidentally said 13-4, which if that's what I said, then I'm –
There's 17 games without the bye week. Right?
Yep, 13 plus 4 is definitely 17, Butler. Thank you.
I got 12-5, man.
That's the last time I checked.
You're saying 12-5?
Yes.
I know mine is right. I'm saying Neil, what are you saying?
I didn't keep track of any of it, but I think that I said 13-4.
Okay, you're correct.
Oh.
So Neil says 13-4. Ricky Bobby says 12-5, and I'm saying 14-3.
And we know they're going.
I know they're not going to go 14-3.
We know they're going
6-11 as
6-11.
the season goes along, right?
I know, but
I'm
guys,
just saying, as excited as we are today, and to go over those games like we just did, that's all pretty optimistic, right?
But you know what, though? So the schedule favors us. We've got an excellent schedule. We could do it. They just got to perform.
So don't hold. This is
a schedule to turn the tables.
Again, this is called the evolving picks. This is not going to be our final picks. We have a couple weeks to settle down and watch Hard Knocks. Then it's going to change a little bit.
When's our first preseason game?
Friday.
Yep.
And you're going. I mean, so we were 13. We were 3-13-1 last year. It's like turning a 747 around.
Well,
but our schedule helps us on this.
But you know what? The other thing too, I think that shows about the picks as we went game by game is that we're always positive about the Lions, and I think that is something that shows all the Lions fans feel. We're super positive every week going into it. Hey, we can win this. We can do this, and maybe with what we got this year, we can. Who knows?
Right, and we were so close. So many games we lost at the end. So many games we lost in the fourth quarter. They were in almost every game last year, except the Green Bay game.
They were. And honestly, the Green Bay game, we've been whooping them for a long time before that. We had some good years against Green Bay, especially those last games of the year. We had some good years against Green Bay. Neil, you're looking at me crazy.
We had some horrible ones, but
we'll check that stat next week.
In the recent years, they were doing well.
We had good years against Green Bay.
Oh yeah.
Maybe back in your heyday, but not in mine.
All right. Anything else you guys want to touch on before we end this first inaugural Rain City Roar commenting and recapping Hard Knocks with the Detroit Lions?
Yeah. Who's more likely to be Pro Bowler this year? Sewell or Hutchinson?
Oh, man. Hutchinson's going to have a year of learning, so I think so.
I just like Hutchinson, so I'm going with
I like Hutchinson, too.
Oh, by the way, I'm calling him Hutchie, and I'm calling him Hutchie until he gets a sack. So
I don't want no disrespect, but he's got a nice family. I'll leave it at that.
I know what you mean, Rick. We all know what you mean. Ricky Bobby. What do you think, Neil?
That glass is empty.
I think that Sewell is probably more likely to get a Pro Bowl spot.
I'm just looking at the private chat.
No, I do think that Sewell is more likely to get a Pro Bowl spot because you look at the league and how many premier defensive ends are there out there, and then how many rock star right tackles are out there.
Right.
Whenever it happens to Taylor Decker where he's no longer a member of the team, hopefully he's there for a long time, but the likelihood of keeping two really great tackles on the team for an extended period of time is low. And if you have to make that decision tomorrow on who are you going to stick with, either Sewell or Decker, sorry, Decker, you played well for us, but going with the kid, who I think might be old enough to drink beer now, and we're going to ride him out. But been able to have him on the right side for any extended period of time is a luxury because he is a great football player, and I think that he's most likely to get the Pro Bowl spot between the two.
Nice. All right, we're going to wrap this up. We got his vocal mic in the background's picking up some background noise. It's not mine. So
that was probably on my end.
Yeah, that was on your end, Neil. All right, buddy. It's good to get back to the Rain City Roar. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm Butler.
I'm Neil.
And I'm Detroit Rick. Peace out, bitches.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what?